Hey Bills Mafia, this is Buffalo Louie. We're indoors. It's kind of rainy and misty out. It's Monday, and 4-1 Bills after losing to the Patriots last week at home, 20-3 with a last-second field goal against the 2-2 Falcons, who've lost one, won one, lost one, won a game. So it's going to be a good Monday night game. It's going to be at 7:15 in Atlanta. What happened last week against the Patriots, where there were like 11 or 12 penalties against the Bills, critical mistakes, especially on offense. We were moving the ball, took us out of rhythm, and there were 3 turnovers. And then we were in the game. We had a chance to get a touchdown on the last drive, settled for a field goal, and Patriots came back down. So, look, we can't beat ourselves. So what are the keys for this week? Because it's we want to go into the bye with a win and be 5-1. The next four games, and we have a bye in there too. Away at Atlanta, away Carolina after the bye, at home against Kansas City, and then away at the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are turning into a dumpster fire. Carolina's won 3 games. They say they've been up and down, but we should be able to handle that. And Kansas City won last night. They're 3-3. They beat the Lions. So they're looking a lot better. So it's going to be a tough game. And New England wound up winning, so now they're 4-2. So what are the keys here? Well, the NFC Offensive Player of the Month was Bijan Robinson, just like Cook was the AFC Offensive Player of the Month. He's really good, both running and receiving. He can really juke you and leading the team in rushing and receiving, I believe. So you can't miss. The missed tackles have been killing us. We're one of the, I think we may be the highest team with missed tackles this year so far, especially in the secondary against Bernard and the safeties, Rapp, and really unusual. It's the back 7 that's been bad. The corners not, but the backs, the safeties and the linebackers have been bad. So we got to slow them down, gang tackle them. Don't let them miss that first tackle. Get them to move sideways or whatever, and then take them down. And then for us, the key is to run the ball. The defensive front of the Falcons is smaller. On the small side, the front 4, their defensive ends are like 245 pounds. Their tackles, they only got one guy that's over 300 pounds. So we should be able to move the ball. We do have a great offensive line, and I look for Cook to have a big game. In fact, I think both runners are going to have a good game. It's a matter of, I think we've got the better, we're going against a weaker defense as far as for our ability here, so hopefully. The third key is be prepared for the Atlanta blitz. They blitzed the highest amount in the whole league, 44%. We've done a pretty good job against that, but Josh should be ready for that in the offensive line. And the next key is to confuse Penix. I think this is only his 8th game played. He hasn't played that much, and I think it's his 5th game of this season. He only played 3 last year, so look to confuse him. McDermott has a good record against young quarterbacks. You almost can't characterize him as a rookie, although it's his 2nd year. He played 3 games last year, but confuse him. I think that we can make hay against their right tackle, especially with Bosa and Rousseau, and get some sacks. So that's one of my keys. So look for that. Look for the team to be a total team effort, and I think we'll do good on special teams. The game is indoor. Josh has got a great record indoor, and look for he scores a lot of points indoors. My predictions. Here's my predictions. James Cook is going to have 1 or more rushing touchdowns and have 100 or more yards from scrimmage, both receiving and rushing. Josh Allen will have 250 or more yards passing with 2 touchdowns and 2 touchdowns either passing or rushing. So he's going to have a good game, and the Bills in general are going to have a good game. The Bills are going to win the turnover battle. It's the first game last week where we haven't won the turnover battle in like 24 games. So look for us to get on top. I look for the Bills to get at least 2 turnovers. And sacks. I think the Bills are going to, they had sacks against last week against the Patriots, I think they had 4 sacks, but look for the Bills to be more impactful. And Paddocks doesn't run a lot, Paddocks doesn't run a lot. If he does, it's usually up the middle, but he's not a scrambler. You should be able to get him on the ground. And finally, the Bills win 34-20. Like I said, Josh plays really good indoors. I think since 2021, he's been 7-2 indoors, with the only 2 losses coming by 3 points and 2 points. So look for the Bills to get back on the winning track and going into the bye. Where else would you better be? Right here, right now. Go Bills.